Welcome back. I'm Cory.
And I'm Wallace.
And we're an early retired couple that are traveling the world. At the moment, we're in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
And today we are going to head out, grab a quick bite to eat at a Thai restaurant. We're going to go for a visit at the National Museum of Malaysia and learn a little bit about the culture and history of Malaysia. And then this evening, we're going to go to Jalan Alor, which is a food street
market.
Night market.
Yeah. So we'll take you along and show you what we see. We just arrived at the Thai restaurant.
Malai Thai.
Malai Thai. I guess it's voted #1 Thai restaurant in Kuala Lumpur, and it was on the Find Me Gluten Free. So we'll see how it is.
I got a Thai iced tea with milk. The first time I ever tried this was when I was in Thailand, and I was blown away at how it tasted. So let's see how this one stacks up. Oh, that is good. If you don't know Thai iced tea, it's a Ceylon tea with condensed milk. This one has milk added in. And it's just really sweet and just really good. Yeah, it tastes like the first one I ever had.
So for a starter, I've got the Thai spring rolls. They're very unique looking. I've never seen this presentation before. So they're all super tall and skinny, and they've got glass noodles and veggies inside. And some chili sauce for dipping. Oh, that's very flavorful. A very savory filling. The chili sauce is really nice. Don't know if you can see. It's not much. I mean, just some bean thread noodles, some veggies like carrots and cabbage and black fungus, like Whittier fungus mushrooms. Really good though.
I ended up getting the vegetarian pad thai with tofu. It's gluten free, obviously, and it looks amazing. There's chili flakes. If you want to add, there's lemon, some lime. There's some bean sprouts, and then it's tofu, rice noodles, and just a bunch of sauces, and then peanuts. That's really good. It's got shallots and everything, spring onions. The flavor is more sour because of the tamarind, but for the most part, it just tastes like a really good pad thai.
Alright, just like Cory always gets pad thai when we go to Thai restaurants, I've gotten pad see-ew, which is my favorite, and it's just flat rice noodles stir-fried in a dark soy sauce with beef and some vegetables. There's some crushed chili on the side, a little bit of lime as well, but we're just going to dig right in and just try some of the noodles. Oh, the flavor is incredible. You get a little bit of char flavor from the wok. The noodles are just savory and delicious. the beef is tender and flavorful, and this one's a little bit extra. There's more vegetables in here than usual. There's some greens, which is Chinese broccoli. There's some cauliflower, carrots. I see some snap peas in here, and some baby corn as well. So a lot of variety. It's really good, and we're just gonna finish these plates off and yeah, get down to business.
I have never seen this before, but this is a cotton plant before it's picked. It's obviously a cotton flower, but I just looked it up and this is exactly what it looks like before it's picked. And if you feel it, it feels like a cotton ball. So, something new. We just finished at the Thai restaurant. What'd you think?
It was good. So Malai Thai is on the Michelin guide for Kuala Lumpur, so it's got what they call a Michelin Select Award, which just means it made the guide. It doesn't have a star or anything. Our meal, for a couple of drinks, an appy and 2 entrees, was about $38 Canadian, which, for the quality of food we got, was definitely reasonable, definitely cheaper than what we would have had back home in Canada. I don't think you enjoyed your entree quite as much as I liked mine.
Surprisingly, the pad thai I had in Singapore was, to me, tastier, but everybody has different taste buds, so I can't really judge that. I think the biggest surprise was the lack of service.
Yeah, just on Cory's 2 points there, the pad thai being better in Singapore, not a big shock. Singapore is widely known as a foodie city, and that was very much the case. The service, though, yeah, absolutely. For a restaurant of that caliber, it's supposed to be a more fine dining restaurant here, and there was multiple staff milling around, kind of just standing around, not really doing much of anything. But it took a while for anyone to come clear our plates. No one came during the meal to check on us to see how we were doing for food and drinks. So yeah, definitely a little lacking on that end.
But, would I recommend it? Probably. If you're gluten-free and you're needing a place to eat, I would definitely put it on the safe list and recommend it. So.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing when it came to gluten-free recommendations. And as far as would I come back to eat here again? Yeah, I would. The food was good. So really, that's ultimately the best judge of that, I think.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go to the museum. So we'll take you along. So we just got dropped off by the Grab driver and we're at the museum. And we'll show you around. We're just walking around on the outside. We're trying to figure out where to buy the tickets. That way. It is a Saturday, so it's pretty busy in here. We just entered the museum. This is just the main area. It looks like there's English guided tours starting at 10 a.m. But beyond that, there's no information as to how to get them or when they go, if it's on the hour. So we're just gonna walk around. There is a self-guided tour, but our internet sucks. So that's not gonna be really an option. So it'll just be us walking around. Their interpretation of the caveman. That door that we're looking at, it's 120 years old. we're just heading back from the museum. What do you think?
It was pretty cool. We didn't film a lot in there, but if you've got a couple hours to kill when you're in Kuala Lumpur, highly recommend it. It was only, excuse me, admission was only 5 ringgit per person, so for the both of us it was about $3.20 Canadian for admission. Well worth it. You know, you learn a little bit about the natural history and culture of Malaysia and how it was founded, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't do a lot of filming in there because it kind of felt disrespectful to do too much filming, but you should definitely check it out. I'll put some pictures in there, kind of the highlights, but there's tons to see, and it's a great way to kill an afternoon in air conditioning.
All right, we've had a little bit of a break back at the apartment, cooled off a bit, and now it is dinner time. We've taken a grab down here to the Jalan Alor Food Street Night Market, which you can see behind us. It's still pretty early, it's just after 6 p.m. It's bustling, there's people everywhere, there's all sorts of smells, durian primarily at the moment. But yeah, there's like 200 stalls and permanent restaurants here. We're gonna wander and find some delicious food and see what we can get up to.
See if I get lucky. There might be a few things I can eat. We'll take you along, and I'll do my best to show you what you could possibly eat if you're gluten-free.
All right, that took 30 seconds. And Cory's got mango sticky rice.
I've been craving it all day, so yeah, it was the first stall. I may have gotten overcharged, that's fine. It looks like it's got pandan rice, coconut rice, and then the sauce and mango.
Give it a taste.
Oh, there's 2 forks here. Alright, well, I'm eating with 2 forks. Okay, the mango is super fresh, so yeah, I'm just gonna dig in. I'm sure it's just delicious.
So this place is hopping right now, and it's still really early. You've got all sorts of stalls. There's juice and fruit and smoothie vendors. There's random meat and things on a stick. Seafood, durian, jackfruit. That looks like jerky. And there's people touting all over the place, trying to get you to come to the restaurants. It's a bit much here. It's got a crazy energy behind it, but it seems pretty awesome.
So our basic rule of thumb is when you're walking down these places trying to find a place is look for busy restaurants. If you got touters trying to get you in and there's nobody in your restaurant, chances are it's not very good.
So most of these places are pretty busy. We just passed one grilled fish restaurant that on all their menus and their t-shirts said best grilled fish in town. They have 3 touters out front and 0 people sitting at the restaurant, which should tell you something.
Mind you, it is early, so maybe there's some truth to it, but we'll show you an example of what we're looking for. See how busy this place is? A lot of people sitting down at their tables. That's a mark of a good restaurant.
You can just have a look at the menu. So, what time?
Okay, so I'm super impressed. What?
This is Restaurant Saiwu.
I
Names on the menus.
Restaurant Saiwu.
Saiwu.
Saiwu. I showed them the gluten-free card, and they were super accommodating. We talked about the grilling of the fish, so we're just doing a grilled fish, and then we talked about the spices. I told them I couldn't do like the pre-ground pepper, but everything else was fine, and so he's omitting the pre-ground pepper. And it's a super busy restaurant, and they know what they're doing, so I feel really confident. And yeah, so if you're around here, if you're celiac, this restaurant I would recommend. So if you do come here, this is Eddie. This is your owner?
Yeah, I run the place here.
Yeah.
All right.
And he knew about gluten-free, and he's taking good care of me. So if you need gluten-free, I recommend him.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is delicious. Thank you. Yeah.
So first dish I got, unfortunately, is not Cory friendly, and that is a deep fried salt and pepper squid. So it's just rings of squid, lightly battered with a spicy like salt, pepper, chilies, garlic, onions, and ginger from the looks of it. I don't know if you can see the texture on that. It looks pretty awesome. Oh yeah. The squid is tender. The batter is light and crispy. It's salty, peppery. There, you can taste the chilies. The garlic comes through. It's spicy. Oh, that's delicious. That's absolutely delicious. Okay, so for the main event, we've got a whole grilled tilapia. It's got some salt and curry spices. It's been grilled with banana leaf. There's some homemade chili sauce here. Some calamansi limes, these little cool calamansi limes to give it some acid. A little bit of salt. And there is some sambal on the side, which is a mixture of ground shrimp and chilies and garlic and stuff. Unfortunately, because this is store-bought, he couldn't guarantee the ingredients in it, so we don't know that it's gluten-free. So Cory unfortunately won't be having that. That's why he brought us some extra chili sauce though. The fish here looked really fresh. We saw the fish that was on ice before we even sat down, and it looks really fresh. So I've got high hopes for this. Oh yeah, it's cooked really well. It's flaky. I'm making a mess. Oh, that's cooked perfectly. It's got great flavor. It was just cooked on a flat grill, but it's really flavorful, really fresh. Cooked to perfection, not dry at all. Yeah, this is gonna be tasty.
This is the aftermath of eating.
It was delicious. I mean, all the way around, the salt and pepper squid was spot on, delicious. The fish was cooked perfectly, seasoned well, absolutely delicious. I mean, as you can see, there's nothing left but bone and skull. So, yeah. Cory enjoyed it too, which is a good sign.
Yep.
We just finished dinner, so it's roughly 8:30, and this place is starting to get hopping. All the restaurants are busy, and the vendors are not even trying to hawk anymore, or tout anymore. They're just so busy. So yeah, this place is good.
Oh, those boba are weird.
So we just got some chendol.
Some Thai chendol, which is like crushed ice. The chendol, which is like a rice flour jelly, pandan flavored jelly. There's like boba pearls in there. There's jackfruit and a bunch of other stuff like palm sugar syrup and coconut milk.
So
It's
when we had it in Singapore, it was actually shaved ice. This is just crushed ice. So I think that's a bit of a lesson learned for me because that's kind of what I was expecting. I think chendol is open to interpretation.
just like a lot of the cuisines
Yeah.
are. So it's not what we were expecting. It's definitely really sweet. I actually don't mind it.
it's actually pretty
it's
good.
interesting. It's just, it's different. Yeah.
It's a little weird to be expecting something and get something totally different, but it's pretty good.
Those boba are kind of weird though. They're popping in my mouth and like they're I don't know what flavor that is. I can't even describe it.
So we're about to grab a ride back to our hotel. That wraps up Jalan Alor. I say it was a win. We're definitely going to be going back there to eat.
Absolutely. The restaurant we went to was fantastic. Lots of little cool places to get various snacks and food, and multiple restaurants that looked and smelled really good. A hint though, get here early. We got here just around 6 o'clock and that was a good time. 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's still pretty quiet. Quiet. After like 6:37, it really picks up with all the locals. You know, you get tablesfuls of people in business suits coming in, filling up the restaurants. So get here early and it'll be a much easier time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe.
And we hope that you'll follow us for more adventures in the next one. And stay curious and keep exploring.